Hello everyone and good morning. I am currently in Oceanside. If you're local to San Diego, Oceanside is like a coastal city or town or something like that. I don't know. I had this strange idea this morning that I wanted to go and drive around San Diego this morning and read the energy of different towns and see what I see and feel, because every town and every place has its own field of energy. And what's so crazy is the second I drove from California to Nevada, the second I hit Nevada, I felt such a shift in energy. It was crazy. So it's definitely something I want to look into. My spiritual teacher Marissa has taught me how to kind of read the energy of things in a really accurate way and kind of get my ego out of it and see what's going on. But basically, I pretty much just asked my intuition and I was just take me somewhere and let's see what happens. And funny enough, I ended up at this place called Pit Stop, which is funny because I was I need to do a pit stop. And so I ended up at this place of all places. I was interesting. So I ended up in Oceanside. And so if I ask to see the energy around this place, funny enough, it's also right next to the police station. If you can see that whole side is a police station. So I was okay, I'm definitely not gonna park there and use my phone while my car is on and get arrested. But if I see this, I literally see and when I say see, I mean I see intuitively, I don't physically see with my eyeballs, I'm not hallucinating, but I see this huge dark circular disc thing hovering above this restaurant called Pit Stop, and there's bats coming out, and it's very spooky and it just does not feel good. And if I ask to kind of know or see or sense what that is, it's basically keeping people in a state of panicked frenzy. I keep hearing panicked frenzy, which is weird because if you've ever been to Oceanside or San Diego, you don't really your first thought isn't oh, everyone's in a panicked frenzy. But it's all subconscious. And I think part of it is a lot of people are just in fear in California in general, fear about their health, what they're supposed to do, politics and all that stuff. But yeah, I distinctly see this black thing hovering over this shop, and it has bats flying out of it. So that is not good. But anyways, I'm gonna maybe go to another town and see if it's different there. So I will be back. Hello everyone, I am back. I am in Encinitas, well, Leucadia, more so. And I am here so this is where I used to meditate. This was my old meditation center. Marissa used to teach out of here on 2nd Street in Leucadia. But I felt I wanted to come here for some reason. And interestingly enough, so for those of you who are not in San Diego, Leucadia is known for being a spiritual hippie place full of meditating, oat milk drinking, yoga doing spiritual people. But the energy feels different here for some reason to me. So if I use my intuition, what I see up there, so if you see up there where the cloud is, I see a clown, which, ew, that's really weird. So I see a clown, and it has fangs and it's bloody. That is super creepy. So if I ask what that is, ew, it's almost people fell into the dark side of stuff here. So basically I don't know, I feel in this community of spiritual people, quote unquote, it's very easy to fall into the traps of dark energy and witchcraft, and even you thinking negative negative thoughts about someone, even you talking negatively about someone and being oh, I hope this happens to them. You actually curse them, and your thoughts actually affect people. So you got to be careful what you think about people because it does affect them in a negative way. But anyways, I see a very creepy, scary looking clown up there standing above the building, and it has like blood coming out of it, and it almost is like turning into a werewolf. For the record, if at this point you guys are like, you're insane, yeah, you're probably right. But that is what I sense. And if I go over here, oh, so this, in this area, that's where Phil's coffee is, which is really good. But if I go over here, I almost see like, there's literally like, looks like the Virgin Mary is standing in the sky over there. But it feels very like, it doesn't feel good. So I don't know. This town, for some reason, just has like weird energy going on. And yeah, I don't know, that's so weird. So I used to meditate at this place, but I'm wondering if maybe like the classes they're doing there now are maybe just like not good anymore or something. But if I ask what the clown represents, I hear just like boiling over with anger. Like, I don't know if you've ever like been so angry you literally feel like you're boiling over with anger, but like that is what I hear. So that is unfortunate. But just to reiterate, like, everything has like a field of energy. Everything has like consciousness. Like, think about it, like, and this, by the way, like, this is just what I've learned from taking all these like classes from my teacher Marissa, who does like subconscious reprogramming, like quantum healing, Reiki, like all that stuff. Basically, like, imagine you're in a really good mood. Then you walk into Target, or you walk into the grocery store, you go to the movie theater, you walk in, or you go to a party, like you go into a space, and immediately you're just like, oh, like you just feel gross, like you feel drained, you don't feel yourself, or maybe it doesn't hit you till like 30 minutes later. Like, that's because everything has a field of energy, and if your field of energy is open to like negative stuff, you're gonna feel it. And sometimes you won't even feel it, sometimes you don't even feel it, but then all of a sudden you get home and you just know that your husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or roommate is mad at you, and then you start a fight for no reason. It's because of like the energy, like the emotions around you. So basically what she's taught me is everything basically has consciousness, like has a field of energy. And towns are the same thing. It's like you go to a town and sometimes you don't feel right in that town. You don't feel safe. You feel gross being in a certain place. Sometimes you feel like amazing and like happy in a certain place. So it's all just a matter of like getting to know your own emotions, like getting to know you. And like, if you feel a shift, like if you feel something shift within you where you're like, like, I don't really feel like I'm in a good mood. Like something feels off. Like, you need to figure out why, because that stuff builds up. And the things that build up, like the emotional buildup of just like not knowing how you feel and just like letting that build up, is what leads to illness, sickness, disease, like all that kind of stuff. But anyways, that is super interesting. And it's still up there, and it's literally, now it's like crouched over the building. Like, it's literally like a cross between like a werewolf and like a vampire. Like, I really wish I could draw this and like Photoshop it in, because that is what I see. But anyways, I'm probably gonna do my hometown last, which is Solana Beach, and see what's going on over there. Which basically, if you're in San Diego, Solana Beach is just like soccer mom city. No offense to soccer moms, but okay, so I will check back in maybe like 15 minutes. What's up, you guys? So I made it home. I'm gonna like kind of yell because it's loud out here, but I live in Solana Beach, which is in San Diego, this like coastal town. So I'm like standing outside of my apartment complex. Let me guys show you the view. Pretty tree. So you have like the gas station. Is there not a church? I thought there was a church, maybe. And you have this, and you have like a shopping center down there. So for some reason, like, I want to like look in here. So like between these trees, okay, that's weird. So there I see like the same like Virgin Mary kind of looking figure that I saw back in Leucadia, but she's holding like a bloody heart, which is super creepy. So I don't really know what that means, but that is weird. But basically, it's not like literally there's like some creepy demon thing over there. Basically, it's like my brain's way of like interpreting information is, well, most people's brains just like personify everything. So it's like if I'm seeing a creepy, like, you know, Virgin Mary holding a bloody heart over there, like that's basically just like my brain's way of interpreting some kind of like emotion or energy. The feeling I get of it is very just like death and like betrayal is the word that keeps popping in my head. So I don't know why there would be any kind of like betrayal energy in the town that I'm in, but it just goes to show that, like, you know, it's like there's just certain things we don't see like with the physical eye, but like you still know that they're there because you can feel them. It's like, think about an emotion. Like, everyone knows that emotions are real. Like, you don't see an emotion. Like, you can't see an emotion, you can't taste an emotion, you can't like pick up your emotion and be like, oh yes, like I am sad, oh yes, I feel happy. Like, no, none of that. But like, you know that they're real. You know emotions are real because you feel them. Same thing when you feel a bad vibe from someone. Same thing when you meet someone and you're like, oh, I feel like I've known you forever, or like, oh, like, I don't know, I just like don't have a good feeling about this. So point is, everything has an energy, everything has a frequency, and it's possible that the town, if you are at a point in your life where you're just kind of over where you're living, which a lot of people are like, you know, this mass exodus out of California leaving because people can just feel California generally is just like, if I'm being honest, it's gross. Like, the energy of California is pretty gross, due to fear, due to anxiety and all that. So if you're in a place in your life where you are starting to feel like you want to change, like, I would recommend like going on a trip. Go drive somewhere that you've never really been to and just go for a day or two and just drive to a new place and see if you feel a difference. And you probably will, because there's a field of energy like around like each place that you're in. Like, there's a field of energy in your local gas station or movie theater or restaurant or kind of thing. And it basically is just energy. Just certain emotions exist there. So why is there a Virgin Mary creepy thing with a bloody heart by the Starbucks standing above it? I don't know. Could be that the people that shop there are not happy. It could be that everyone's, you know, emotions and energy when they go places that they're not dealing with are there. It's like, you know, how many times have you gotten into a fight with someone and you just decide to ignore it? You're like, ugh, can't even talk to you, just leave me alone. You just, like, most people just decide to suck things in and just ignore them, hoping that they're gonna go away. Well, guess what? The energy and the emotion, it sticks to you. It's like a slug, it sticks to you, and until you're ready to acknowledge it and feel it and let it go, it's just gonna stay there. So if anyone's like freaking out right now, like, no, there's not literally a creepy demonic thing standing over Starbucks. Maybe, I don't know, but like, for me, it's just my brain's way of like interpreting like information. And for some reason in this particular area there's a huge feeling of betrayal, and I don't know why, but that's just what it feels like. Basically, yeah, if you guys have any questions, please comment them below. If I cannot answer it, I will have my teacher answer it, because she would be able to answer it. But yeah, that is pretty much it. And yeah, if you guys are like the rest of the world right now and you're like, oh, I'm over where I live, I'm over this, I'm over that, like, get up and go somewhere and like see a different perspective on life, because it's like where you live now is your like microcosm. It's like your world, but it's not the only world. Like, there's so many other places to go. So sometimes all you really need is just to get out of your environment and see what else is out there and just like feel the difference in the energy. Because a lot of the time it just takes a change to feel better. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and that was a lot of fun. Okay, bye.